What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back, Force here, and I'm going to be commentating a best of 7 series here between OGS's MC and TSL's PuMa. Yes, this is going to be a best of 7, starting things off here. Game number 1, MC spawning in the 6 o'clock position here on Metalopolis, and here in the 9 o'clock we do have PuMa calling MC Obama. MC saying good luck boy, and PuMa saying good luck Obama. So that's cool. Anyways, yes, best of 7 series. Starting things off here, game number 1 on Metalopolis. Terran versus Protoss, MC versus PuMa. Great players, and this is actually coming from the NASL. So if you didn't happen to see the NASL, and I haven't seen these games myself, I'm looking forward to commentating them, and hopefully you guys will be entertained. Certainly high caliber of play here. Very strong players, both MC and PuMa. I've been commentating more and more games from PuMa. I've just been seeing him more often in the replays that I happen to pull from, and gotta say, very impressed with his play. MC, obviously a very strong player. I think by now everyone knows him. He's basically becoming a household name in the world of StarCraft 2 and in commentary games. So yeah, pretty cool stuff here. We can see right now MC dropping down the gate and will be moving out to scout out his opponent, and it looks like he's actually headed right to PuMa's base. So just right off the bat, he's going to be hopping right on into PuMa's base there. PuMa, what does he have going on? Looks like it is fairly standard so far. The 10 depot, 12 racks, and 13 refinery, so nothing too out of the ordinary. Do want to keep an eye out when and if a second gas comes down, and then also any additional barracks what that may take place before that. Yeah, anyways, back over here, we can see right now MC, again, looks like he's doing fairly standard stuff as well. Now, where is that probe? Moving around, and yes, moving out to actually scout and see if there was a second gas or not. Looks like he will be able to make it out of the base alive. PuMa now just coming out with that first Marine, that orbital command as well. And then we will see that second depot. Now, very interesting to note, too, the placement here in terms of, going with this frontal wall off. The great thing about it, obviously, is that it denies scouting. But the one big thing that's a little bit dangerous is that you can lose your buildings from any type of aggression from your Protoss opponent. So that's definitely something you do have to be wary of. We have that first Marine moving on out. It looks like the SCV scout will be moving right on into MC's base. MC just now starting his Zealot. That 7X core just about finished. Here he goes with the second gas. And what is this? Factory. PuMa coming down with a factory over here in the corner of his base. Very interesting placement, trying to hide it. He may also be trying to do something very funny, very fancy. We'll have to keep an eye out, see precisely what he does. Marine trying to chase down that probe, but it looks like the probe will make it away. Now keep in mind that first Zealot is coming out. Stalker following suit right behind it, and actually here comes that warp gate research as well. So the Zealot will be trying to chase down that Marine. Marine needs to be very careful. If he stops for just a moment, that Zealot will be punching him right in the face, and there we go. It is just one more shot, and then that Marine is gone. Is he going to try to take out the probe first, though? Very close here. You see in hot pursuit, but no, not enough damage to that probe. The Zealot takes it out. The SCV, though, chasing behind, and my gosh, manages to drop it. And look at that Stalker popping out just right in time and killing off the SCV. What's going on over here? We do have a command center being dropped down, still just with that racks, and the factory is being floated off, trying to drop in the smoke screen, but very nice placement here of this pylon by MC. He will be scouting it out, and what will PuMa decide to do? He's still going to land it, so PuMa landing over there. We do have a Zealot and Stalker trying to push across the map. They're pulling back, though, upon spotting that factory, realizing, probably should take care of that. We've got Tech Lab coming on over here for the racks. Also, that starport being built, that command center, but just a little bit over a third of the way finished right now. So PuMa now coming out with a Hellion inside of the main of MC. Very interesting play here. I don't know, I guess I'm a little bit baffled. Let's see how much damage he can do with just the one Hellion, given that we do have these 2 range units here. I don't really think he's going to be able to do too much. Let's take a look here. Hellion moving on in. Will he do any damage whatsoever? And very neat Stargate. I didn't even realize that there. No, the Hellion gets taken out in the factory. Probably going to want to lift that off. There's really not much of a reason to have it sitting here. He's not going to do anything. Might as well bring it back. We do have a Phoenix coming out, so we will be seeing an opening of Phoenix play over here for MC. A little bit concerned over here for PuMa. He does have a Viking in response. Two more barracks coming out as well, and combat shield coming on through. You may be asking, why is he not opening with Stimpack? Well, Stimpack takes quite a while to research, so making those units a little more durable early on, certainly a good idea. We still have that factory floating over there. That is going to be a little bit susceptible to this Phoenix fire. He does want to head back to the main base. 2 Phoenixes now in play, although it does take Phoenixes a very long time to whittle away any of these buildings. They're armored structures. So there we go. Marines and Vikings pushing forward. That will be shooing away those Phoenixes. We've got another Phoenix coming out as well. So MC will be keeping up this Phoenix play. He also has got a Nexus coming out. Now back over here, we do see the Orbital Command is in play right now for PuMa on his second base. We'll be working a little bit more to get some saturation. Then I expect him to lift this off and drop it. That should be sometime relatively soon. So MC opening up with some Phoenix harass. He is going to keep it up right now. The Marines doing what they can without stim pack. It makes it a little bit more difficult. Now we did see the loss of a mule right there, and it looked like actually we saw an attempted repair from PuMa, but it didn't matter. There was enough Phoenix fire to actually take it out. We do have some more Phoenixes coming into play as well. Should be dropping that factory. No reason to lose that or get it into the burn and then force you to have to repair it. Now, with that said, though, PuMa doesn't really need factories in this matchup because he's not likely to be going for any mech tech. Probably going to be sticking with a bio Medivac playstyle just because that can be very, very effective. Now, something to realize is although MC is being very much so a nuisance right now, the ground force of PuMa is slowly building up, and this could put him into a position where once he gets a sizable amount of ground units, he can push out. And as we can see right now, MC is sitting pretty light when it comes to ground units just because these Phoenixes are such a heavy investment. He needs to be careful not to lose. There will be target firing down the Viking. Viking managing to sneak away just in time, getting a repair as well from those SCVs. The Phoenixes just keeping up their harass, lifting off the one SCV that was building the supply depot. Again, just trying to be a nuisance as much as possible and picking off mules, and that's pretty devastating. Losing a mule is absolutely terrible. We did see one Phoenix, though, get taken out. Nice Viking snipe, place those Marines. Phoenixes just continuing to dance around, and MC, again, feeling very comfortable with those. Here we go. His expansion is up and running right now. Finally, PuMa moving into his expansion as well. Did drop one mule down there. Those Phoenixes are doing a great job right now at maintaining map control for MC. Now, once Stim Pack comes into play, that's not going to be the case anymore because those Stim Marines are quick enough and fast enough to snipe down those Phoenixes once they do get within range. Here comes that push as expected from PuMa. At the same time, going to be seeing some counter maneuver here from MC, trying to do a little bit of damage, pick off any of those reinforcements that are streaming on down. PuMa's attack could certainly be very effective, and we do have a lot of sentries in place, so we should be seeing Guardian Shield plus a few force fields. Phoenixes will be trying to take out those Medivacs. Needs to be careful of those Vikings and those Stim Marines, and here we go. A little bit of dancing between these two players, and actually it looks like PuMa isn't prepared to engage yet, so we'll be heading back. Now, again, he does have these 2 Medivacs. He could drop right up into the main if he desired to do so. Desire. That was great. Great stuttering there, Force. We do see right now saturation go down for MC at his expansion. Back over here inside of the main of PuMa, bio heavy as expected. Also, those Medivacs will be coming out with a bunker just in case. He looks to be a little bit worried about possible counter aggression. Back over here, Phoenixes will be moving right back into the main of PuMa, but again, with Stim Pack, needs to be very wary about engaging those Marines. He certainly cannot stand up to that Stim Marine fire for very long. But still, map control is being maintained right now by MC. We do have PuMa moving out with 1 Marine. Scouting is the main purpose of this. He will be checking these bases. Needs to see if MC decided to try to move into a third, and that'll put him in a position to get a timing attack down. But as we can see, MC hasn't done that. But anyways, SCV is being pulled off the line right now because Phoenixes have been continuously harassing those resources. Marines doing what they can. We are seeing a liftoff right there, so a Stim Marine drop will be happening right now for PuMa. Can be very, very effective sniping pylons, sniping buildings, and if he can get into the resource line, although I expect him to just focus on pylons and buildings here just because meandering all the way down there will be difficult. He'll be spotted and allow MC time to respond. And there we go, dropping down those Marines one at a time. We'll be stimming up, and here he goes, straight into the resource line. Needs to be careful though. Lots of Zealots will be just trying to do a little bit of damage. Then he should be lifting off his units. I expect that to happen. A little bit of surround. Zealots catching up as well. He's got a Force sitting over here and actually ended up losing everything. 3 Marines in the Medivac. That gets taken out as well. Not nearly as effective as we really would have liked to see there from PuMa. Take a look here at the unit loss tab. It looks like, yes, PuMa is behind. He did not quite do quite enough damage there and took some pretty heavy losses. Now for upgrades, here's the transition coming out for MC. We've got the charge upgrade coming. He does have some archons coming into play as well. And also the transition here from PuMa, so impeccable timing there, dropping down that Ghost Academy. He's got some Ghost churning out right now. The EMPs will be absolutely tremendous, especially against those Archons. Now, this is a very small Marine force. Needs to be careful. Those Charged Zealots could pose to be a danger there. Stimming up and pulling back, realizing by grabbing that Zelnaga Tower that there was a very large push coming. Decided time to head back home. We see a lot of Marauders in play. Still will be sticking very Marine heavy because of these double reactor barracks over here, and also coming out again with those Ghosts. He wants to get at least a few of those in play. Looking anywhere between 2 and 6 seems to be the norm. You don't really want to get too many because it tends to be overkill, especially since they cost so much, and if those get sniped out, it's really a very heavy loss. Also, if you invest too many resources in a ton of ghosts, then just the bulk of your army, the Marines and Marauders, is a pretty dismal force indeed. We do have an expansion coming out right now for PuMa at the same time. Here comes MC as well. In terms of expanding and upgrading and everything, these guys have pretty much been spot on. Both players doing roughly the same thing at about the same time. Level 1 upgrade coming on already in right now, rather, for PuMa. And then he also has got the level 1 armor upgrade coming on through. We do have the armor upgrade level 2, actually, coming out right now for MC, making that ground army much more durable against this bio. And here we go. Nice spread. There's the Guardian Shield as well. We'll be seeing Stimpack those Charged Zealots. A little bit dangerous. Some big EMPs, though, from those Ghosts. Ghosts do get swooped up. The stimmed army will be trying to stay away from those Charged Zealots as much as possible. Some nice micro, certainly helping a bit. Phoenix is coming into play, taking out those Medivacs there, but the bio ball so very strong will be forcing MC back, at least for the moment right now. We should be seeing some more warping of units. We do also have that Archon coming out very Charged Zealot heavy. Now the Stim Marines and Marauders certainly very effective, but losing those Medivacs is pretty much very devastating because that really cuts back on the longevity of this bio army. You can see right now these guys will be sitting at this HP for quite a while now, and I'm actually not sure he doesn't have any more Medivacs in the works. That's certainly something he needs to do. Medivacs will be very important. Again, every time he stims, taking away that portion of the health really puts him in a much more vulnerable position once that next battle does ensue. So here comes the push right now for MC. Very Archon heavy. Again, a ton of those Charged Zealots. We do have some Ghosts, I believe, in play already. Or no, not in play right now, but 2 just about to pop. Mobius Reactor just restarting right now. Unfortunately, those Ghosts right off the bat do not have enough energy to EMP. It will be a little while until they actually are able to do that. But here we go. Big push right now. Archon's leading the way. Charged Zealots right behind as well. They will be swooping on up. Nice positioning here by PuMa, though, wedging his units in between these buildings, making it much more difficult for those Zealots to catch up, but it doesn't matter. Those Archons doing a lot of damage, pushing forward with those SCVs, though, providing a little bit of a buffer, allowed PuMa to survive that. And again, here we go, PuMa moving into his third with this Planetary Fortress. Back over here, we can see saturation over here for MC's third as well, and MC did decide to pull back right there. Didn't really want to walk into that. Again, it was nice placement of his army, wedging himself in between these depots, and then while pulling forward with those SCVs as well, provided kind of a buffer for the rest of his army. So very nice response there by PuMa. He certainly could have been in a very scary position if it wasn't for the positioning of his units and pulling down with those SCVs. Looks like we will see an attempted drop come out right now for PuMa. He does have 6 Marines. Is he going to pick up another 2? 6 Marines sitting in the Medevac, or maybe that was just a misclick. I'm not sure what he's doing, just kind of chilling out there. There we go. Finally moving out with these 6 Marines. He is checking for additional expansions. Look at it, look at this, queued right up here to the what is likely to be the 5th expansion. But MC obviously nowhere near that right now. He could just drop those Marines and then meander on over here and try to do a little bit of damage. At the very same time, pushing across the middle is sitting right now with 4 Ghosts. That will be some very heavy EMPs, so MC does need to be very careful, does not want to get caught by that. What's likely to be a wave of non-stop 4 EMPs to be dropped down, just a nice blanket. Now what he can do to try to circumvent this problem is to make sure he's got a nice spread. Also, of course, getting some feedbacks on those Ghosts would certainly be pretty big as well. Few more barracks, continuing up these upgrades. He does have the level 2 weapons upgrade coming on through right now. Back over here for MC, he can see 2 armor, 2 weapons, and the level 3 weapon. So MC very strong right now in terms of upgrades. Now we do have the Robotics Bay coming out, so we'll be trying to make that transition into Colossus momentarily. But at the same time, here comes just a push towards the middle, getting a little bit of map control. He just wants to see what the heck is going on. And here comes the push right now. We've got those High Templar. We'll be sitting up on the high ground, getting ready for a possible engagement. There is the scan. Is he going to take that free kill? No, doesn't want to push too close to that army there for MC. Could be a little bit dangerous, but yeah, back over here we can see MC moving up with his 4th expansion. Now, at this moment in time, PuMa has that decision. He can go, you know, I'm going to drop an additional expansion as well, or I'm just going to try to push out, try to hit, try to do a lot of damage. Again, very Ghost heavy, lots of energy with that as well, and then just throwing in that bio mix, continuing up these upgrades here. We do have another drop that will be coming on through. Looks like the Medivac was taken out over here. I'm not certain if it did much or any damage. I certainly believe I did miss that drop, unfortunately. PuMa's factory moving out for the scouting information, trying to spot the army. He might be trying to check that high yield expansion over here as well. And look at this MC kind of dancing around. Once he does spot this, should be moving down, get that free factory kill. But actually, this could be PuMa trying to tempt him, trying to bait him forward. We do have this observer though, so MC will be aware of the fact that PuMa is moving forward, getting ready to engage. And here we go. Looks like that big engagement is sometime very close. Snipe going down. Oh, big EMP as well. Some nice snipes on those High Templar as well as those EMPs. And there are some huge EMPs blanketing the entire army, and that's a little bit dangerous. We still have those High Templar on the high ground. However, PuMa is aware of that. Those ghosts getting ready for those snipes, stimming up and moving forward. And there we go. Big EMPs, and the High Templar have no energy to drop any storms. And the Bio Ball tearing through MC's units right now. MC losing everything, dropping down the mule as well, and that is pretty much probably GG here for MC. However, he does have some Colossus in play. If he can keep a nice spread, there's a lot of bio here though. Wants to keep these guys in the background, but nope. See you later, Zealot Meat Shield, and then subsequently the Colossus goes down, and now PuMa with this just small force of bio army should start tearing through what MC has right now. Really, really tough position for him in all honesty. Also, there was a drop over here, taking out that expansion as well. So it looks like PuMa has pretty much won this game, doing a lot of damage at this point right now. Taking a look at the unit loss tab, yes, we can see MC quite a bit behind, and it's not going in. Won't be tilting in the other direction anytime soon. He's tearing through those Marines, but it looks like there is enough bio to stem forward, take out that Colossus, and MC calling the GG. Alright guys, so that was game number 1 in this best of 7 series here between PuMa and MC. We'll be moving on to game number 2 in just one moment. As always guys, if you like the content, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Keep watching and keep owning.